Here we go. All right, boys. So we're going alive with the alive right now, big dogs. So bought an entire new modem. So let's see if we can avoid the stream cutting out into an hour into the stream like the past two streams. Bought an entire new modem, so we'll see what goes down here. You know we had to do some live streams here, Doug. We're going live to keep the shit alive. What's up, my dudes? Let me know if everything looks good, sounds good. I've been trying everything I can possibly think of to fix the stream cutting out after an hour into it thing that's been going on. The only thing I really knew to do now is to just completely replace the modem. So that's what we did here. All right, we'll start up another race here in a second. What's up, boys? Just tuning in. I see you in chat. I see you. Boys, I got to get a tea break for a second. God dang, we just got started, but we got to suck down the tea, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not again. All right, let's get this going. We got these boys on all time right here. James Stewie compound. Worst game in MX vs. ATV history. Holy shit. That's what dude said in chat. That might spark some arguments here. Nah, I would certainly say holy shit. I would certainly say MX vs. ATV Supercross was the worst in history. That is certainly what I would say. MX vs. ATV Supercross is just a worse MX vs. ATV Alive. It's really all it is. To be completely honest with you, bro. We're just going to be riding on some of these different national tracks on here. I'm going to go to some different ones here. Holy shit. Hell no. MX vs. ATV Supercross was not the best one. No way, dog. No way, bro. No way. Give me your favorite MX vs. ATV game down in the chat right now. We got to settle this shit. Got to settle this shit once and for all. By the way, I turned the saturation up a little bit, so I think I got this old James Stewie compound looking a little better here. Boys, I appreciate you tuning in. I know this is not an MX Bikes live stream here, but we're trying something a little different. Yeah, this is like one of the only MX vs. ATV games that's not on PC, which is really interesting. Of course, now, oh, and when I say MX vs. ATV Supercross, I'm not talking about Encore, okay? I'm talking about when it was just MX vs. ATV Supercross, right? That's what I'm talking about. I know Encore has like the damn track editor on PC and all that shit now, so it's kind of different, but I'm talking about the game that came out right after this. MX vs. ATV Supercross base version. That was the shittiest MX vs. ATV ever. And it ain't even close. It ain't even close. Yeah, Reflex is the best. Reflex is the best. Let's just keep it real right now, big dogs. Just keep it real right now. Of course, I love the Unleashed and Untamed and all that for its day, but Reflex was literally 10 years ahead of its time. Like, at least. They still don't have a terrain deformation system in any of these games. It's as good as it was in Reflex. They still don't. Oh, shit. Let me scrub too hard. Let's die on that jump where Mookie hit that dude. They collided like right here and both whipped a little too hard over and collided in the air. Oh, man. You gotta be careful on this jump right here because you'll actually, it'll reset you on the track. What's up, boys? Just tuning in. We're doing a little live stream here on a live. You know, the thing I can say about MX versus ATV All Out is at least it brought us back to the kind of content that we expect in these MX versus ATV games. At least it did that, and they did update it quite a bit, you know. They added quite a bit with the terrain deformation with updates and, you know, DLC, but it's like that's what I couldn't stand about. Part about what I couldn't stand about Alive and MX vs ATV Supercross is they just didn't have the content. Like, you know, it was either all one kind of racing like motocross tracks, or it was all Supercross tracks in the game. And I don't even think MX vs ATV Alive was not even actually supposed to be like that. You know, they were planning on coming out with all those different Supercross tracks, but somehow that didn't really pan out. You know, they came out with like the two little DLC. They're really more like arena cross tracks, right? But yeah, and then that was all they came out with in this game. So really all the tracks that you got with MX vs ATV Supercross should have just been in this game. Can you imagine that? If they would have come out with a full content Supercross and motocross you know, tracks in Alive whenever it first came out. Can you imagine how much better this game would have been? Like, oh my God. This game would have been twice as good if they'd have done that. Like, came out with a full Supercross series on it. You know, this is when they started into all those little microtransactions and all that type of shit. And then MX vs ATV Supercross was just even more into that and kind of lost a little bit of the feel, I feel like, that it had in Alive here. I feel like Alive had a better feeling to it than MX vs ATV Supercross, personally. Damn, this one dude in the front, he's big hossing. I can catch him, though. Give me just a second. Of course, I haven't played Alive in, like, I don't know, 25 decades, so it takes me a minute to... Fuck, there I go on the same jump. Oh my God. Let's just scrub too hard on the exact same jump. 2 laps in a row. Good one, Spency boy. So what's interesting about this game is when you have the HUD turned off, you can still see whenever it tries to like reflex you, basically. You know, when it tries to crash you, but you can save it. Oh, we're catching him. You can actually see it even with the HUD off. But on reflex, if you turn the HUD off, you can't see the little arrow at all. So I thought that was an interesting little difference between these two games. How's the game audio sound, the bike sound? I got it on 10%, but I also have some other things kind of lowering it a little bit. Let me know if you how good you can hear the bike versus voice. We're going to go to a different track here in just a second. I want to go to some of those other national tracks in this game. Certainly. Sup, boys? I see you in chat. I see you. Appreciate y'all boys tuning in to a stream that's not an MX Bikes live stream. Definitely appreciate that. Holy shit. Let me just land in a wheelie while I'm looking over. I'd like to do a somewhat of a little rut tester thing here on a different motocross track here in a second. Yeah, there is a shitload of people that think that Alive is the best MX versus ATV game. I mean, a lot of people. And I would say the percentage of those dudes that Alive was the first real MX versus ATV game they ever played that have that opinion is probably like 99.99%, but you know, we won't talk about that one, Doug. Because you always gonna have that little nostalgic, you know, touch to everything if it was the first one you really played. Old Barneasy in the chat. It'd be cool if this shit was on PC and you could just, like, play online. That'd be kind of sick. Too bad you can't. Dude, they really do need to come out with some kind of a, like, all MX versus ATV games in one game, and you can play them all online on PC or something like that, like a Master Motocross collection instead of Master Chief collection. I got this shit set to 5 laps. Feel like we've ran about 300 here. Woo! Get a little saucy with that front end, boy. We'll see if the stream... another thing I was trying to test here was trying to do a stream that wasn't while I was playing MX Bikes multiplayer to see if it... I'm trying everything I can to not have the stream cut out an hour into it like it's been doing. I've got a little weird thing going on. I've re-downloaded my recording software, got a new modem. I've been doing a bunch of shit here to try to get it all right. And I don't know where some people are coming from when they say things like Alive has like really good graphics. That's another little interesting thing I see a lot of people say. They'll say like, dude, Alive looks like a new game or something. That's a little weird when I hear that opinion. Certainly is not nowhere near on the level of some of those newer Milestone games graphically. Not even in the same stratosphere. I think the deal was Alive almost had like a little, like kind of like a character to the graphics. It had like I don't know how to explain it. It had its own little, graphical look. Reflex looked good for the time, but it doesn't have the that little character that Alive seems to have graphically. But my favorite MX vs. ATV game by far is Reflex, and it ain't even close. She ain't even close, bro. I would say it goes like Reflex, and then shit, I don't know. I'm like in a toss-up between Alive, Unleashed, and basically Alive and Unleashed. I feel like Untamed was I liked Unleashed a little better than Untamed. So it's like, but Unleashed for its time, like, dude, that was the fucking game. Everybody and their grandmother played that shit. Actually, literally, everybody and their grandma and brother and sister and cousin played Unleashed. That was like a whole different era, bro. I don't feel like, there's a lot of people played Alive too, but I don't think there was nowhere near the global... I don't know what the hell you call it, global change in the motocross gaming community as much as Unleashed was. Obviously, Reflex was a huge deal when it came out, but I feel like Reflex doesn't, I don't know, it's like, it's weird because they didn't continue what Reflex brought to the series, It's like Alive kind of went backwards in a lot of ways, but like just different in some ways, but it's like they didn't... Alive is certainly not a Reflex 2 or anything, not even close to that kind of vibe. And then once they got to Supercross and then Encore, it just got even more different. They got even further away from Reflex, and then All Out is kind of trying to go back that direction, but still not really all the way there, So I'm interested to get us another actual MX versus ATV game again. That'd be really awesome. That'd be a dandy. That'd be a good time, just a little fun time. Not a big deal, just a fun time, Could you imagine like a Reflex next gen console? Like, oh man. But like it's better than Reflex? Can you even like fathom that? Oh, dude. I just think the movement and stuff on the bike in Alive is where it just didn't, it's like it didn't stay on that progression path that Reflex was, It was very, brought back an actual seat bounce button, which I thought was kind of weird. Made it feel like an older game instead of a newer game. And even just like whipping in the air and the air physics of this game, it's nowhere near the fluidity and looseness and like make your own style like it is in Reflex. You just can't even question that, man. You really can't. Like, yeah, there is movement to Alive, but it ain't nothing like Reflex. It ain't nothing like Reflex. And I like Alive, you know, don't get it twisted. I like Alive better than MX vs. ATV Supercross, Supercross Encore, and I like Alive's gameplay better than All Out as well. I just think it's been so long. By the way, if you see my level right here, I've had like 3 accounts in this game over the years. Trust me, I've had multiple accounts that I've maxed out, you know, level 50, the whole caboodle, but I don't have this one maxed out because I ended up getting a different Xbox account there whenever I changed to my current email address. I did that like in between whenever I had first got into this game and then... So, but trust me, I've maxed out all this shit in all these old games. I'm just on a different account here. Let's go do let's do a little bit of catapult. We hit that catapult jump, brother. All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in the stream. Moto Mika, I'd let you get in here and race me on a live, but unfortunately, this shit is not on PC at all, so that's a good time. But I think that's part of what makes people... I see you boys in chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. The old Spency boy, Big T sipping, Big T dripping, Big Daddy, Fatty whipping, ripping, 125 slipping. Oh, shit. Woo! By the way, I have the brightness and saturation turned up here. So, if you're seeing it look a certain way here, that's why. Try to make everything look a little better than what it just does standardly. I do that in my recording software. That's one thing I learned over this past year was go in there and, you know, edit the shit a little bit and make it look a little better. It just looks better on YouTube when you brighten it up a little bit and add a little saturation. Gives a little pop to the gameplay footage. Oh, scrub daddy. You can definitely scrub in this game though. That's cool. You remember where the hell I'm going. I know this falls off right here. I don't want to go off the side of the canyon here, bro. Oh, shit. But I just don't think overall, I just don't feel like the physics of this game, they just don't feel as advanced as Reflex did on the 360, right? Obviously, the PC version of Reflex is kind of different because, and I don't know how, but it just feels different to me. Like when Nordic and those guys took over and made the PC version of Reflex, it just feels a little different than the 360 version. If you've never played the 360 version of Reflex with all the handicap, like, you know, how fast the handlebars turn, you got to have that as fast as it goes and all that on a modded out 450. If you've never experienced Reflex like that on a 360, you're really missing out, bro. I think a lot of people, what they do nowadays is they'll buy Reflex on PC, right? And they'll go download a bunch of custom tracks or whatever, but then they never really experience the actual gameplay was meant to be experienced on the 360. That was back in the days when games were made for the console. They weren't even really made for PC. Nowadays, everything's made for PC. Like all the newer, you know, All Out and the newer Milestone games, all them games run better and work better on PC, and they feel better on PC. But back in the days of Reflex, like, trust me, dog, that game was made for an Xbox 360. Literally made for it. Like, I don't know. It's just hard to explain it if you've never experienced the two different games and you never played them, like, side by side. It's kind of hard to explain the differences, but Like, it feels like you can whip the bike more on the 360 version of Reflex than the PC. There's like all this weird shit to it. I don't know. But I would 10 to 1 rather play Reflex on a 360 than a PC. Scrub daddy. Oh, snagging the front wheel. Snagging the front wheel. Boys, I appreciate you tuning in the stream. We'll see if this one can last. But yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of these newer motocross games kind of lack a little bit, is that having that difference between feeling like you're actually scrubbing versus doing a standard whip. You know, a lot of the newer games, it's like they're both kind of the same thing. You know, it's not like you can really scrub low on a jump face and then do like a normal style whip. It's like both the same. That's one thing that I notice here in a live. You can really do a scrub versus a whip. And you could also do that in Reflex really good, too. Oh, daddies. Damn. Look at that motion blur. Look at that motion blur. Holy. Okay, that's it. And you jump to there, and then you jump all that. Nice little, they threw a little Supercross section in right here on this National. I thought that was kind of funny. Boys, I got a whole new modem. Hopefully the stream will not cut out here. Can you throw an oppo in this game? Yeah, you can, but it's not as easy as it would be like in Supercross 3 or All Out, you know. Kind of like you gotta hit it with the sauce a little bit to be able to do it in this game. Kind of like it is in Reflex. You gotta really know what you're doing. See if I can definitely do it though. This was like one of the last real like motocross physics games I feel like we've had. All Out just, I don't know, like it was definitely cool in some ways, but I just feel like they really struggled with the bouncing around. Oh, TKO with the super chat again. God dang. You're popping off, big dog. We got $4.99 super chat. TKO Smokey. He says, Spencer Turley, turkey boy is weak sauce. Oh, yeah. There you go, big dog. The old Turk. I appreciate that donation, bruh. Appreciate you. By the way, I obviously read off super chats, and we got memberships. Become a Dudeski today. We're getting everything going again. Sorry for the delay in streams for 8 months. But be back in there in the Discord playing some MX Bikes multiplayer with you guys, and becoming a member of the channel gives you access to a special little Dudeski role in my Discord. It gives you some other stuff too. It's pretty cool. Trying to look into some more ways to give back on that. Appreciate you guys tuning into this random ass. Hey, it's 2011 motocross live stream here. We're absolutely whooping these all-time AI right here. Absolutely whooping their ass. I just feel like I did see somebody make a little complaint about Reflex, saying things like, the AI is way too easy. Like, even the hardest AI of Reflex is way too easy compared to the new Milestone games. I saw that. I thought it was interesting because the whole point is it's like the skill gap of Reflex in Alive and all these games, you can separate yourself so much more from AI than you can in a game as simple as one of the Milestone games. You can separate yourself so much more, and they have stuff in the AI of those milestone games where they like basically never crash on their own. You know, they all stay single file, never crash on their own. But really, back in these days, Reflex and Alive and stuff, like, you were more so, if you were really trying to get down in the game, like you were playing multiplayer, you were playing split screen with your buddies, you aren't going to find that kind of competition with AI. It's pretty much impossible to get AI to actually ride as fast as you can start going in these games with the bigger skill gaps, you know? It's really tough to get AI to do that, you know what I'm saying? So we'll kind of go that Bamboo Hills. See if we can find ourselves a gorilla. Yeah, I've been mobbing on that 450 KTM new OEM on MX bikes. I can't get comfortable on any of the other ones, Bill. Something about that KTM just feels right to me. I don't know. She feels good, bruh. See what we can do on the hills of Bamboo. I swear to God, if this stream cuts out again an hour into it, I'm probably going to actually throw the controller through the window. And through the wall. And sweat drop off my... you know what I'm saying? Oh, look, I got a Tomac start. It's kind of funny. But if I would actually need to stay right here the rest of the race for it to really be accurate. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, wait. This is like Tomac 2017. Whoops. It's not the new Tomac. Holy overjump. That's a triple fatty daddy. Okay. Okay, let me just overjump every jump on this thing. Once you get away from them, it's pretty easy from there. I don't like how it does that sometimes in a live where you get to sauce in the bike so hard that like the camera can't even follow you properly. That's a little annoying. It's like you get to saucing around the track so hard that the camera's like, what the fuck is going on? Let me remember how tight this corner is real quick. Been about, I don't know, 69 decades since I really rode on this. Whoa! Be careful, you'll drag that foot peg and pop you off on the scrubs. Oh, easy there, Svency boy. Holy shit. AI out here mobbing. Got the AI out here steady mobbing. Oh my gosh. Of course, this game has nowhere near the collision in system of Reflex at all. Not even close. See, that's the difference in doing like a normal whip versus like a scrub in the game. Which, of course, when you're actually going fast, there's really no reason to do a normal whip unless you're just cheesing on them. Woo! Let me just fucking grind the rocks. Something about this track I always liked right here. Oh, that triple is... Woo! We're going to have to hit it. Going to have to hit her clean with none of the slide to that corner to be able to do it. Ooh, you almost got Huck all the way up over that. Let's snake these corners around. Yes, sir. Trees. Just grab me an apple out the tree real quick. A little mid-moto snack. Yeah, I want to do some more live streams on like Unleashed, Untamed. Be doing some MX Sim live streams here pretty soon. Got a lot more on the way, dudes and dudeskis. I've been trying to get my setup all going here at the new office here. It's taking a little bit. Get everything back like I had it, but we'll get it rocking and rolling. And this track was interesting because of all of the shadows on it. Really made it different from all the other tracks. Holy. Getting reflexed. Spency boy just out here gripping and ripping. So that's a little more like how you'd want to jump that right there. Then you can triple this. Right? See how there's like levels to this game? There's not levels to the newer Milestone games. Or hell, fuck. There's not levels to any of the Milestone games. Certainly not the older ones. But like compared to this, even the newer ones just don't really have this kind of leveling through it skill gap, you know? Like really feeling like you're going fast and then taking it to like another level and then another level past that level. You just can't really do that as much. With a lot of these, you know, motocross games after Reflex and Alive, basically. Of course, All Out has like a whole different kind of like tuning system, and I know they really did a lot with that update that changed all the tuning to that game. And so if you got your tuning specs set to an exact level, then it's going to be a certain vibe. But I don't know how much I like that, though, to be honest. I would rather these arcade motocross games be more like how Reflex or Alive is, where you can get on there on a stock ass bike, you know, and still fully mob in the game. Like, there's something about that I don't like there to be like this weird bike setup, you know, barrier to entry in an arcade game. It's one thing to have that in a simulator, you know, like a setup barrier to entry. There's definitely a lot of that on MXM and shit like that, but I don't like when these arcade games get too much of that. It's okay for like a suspension and setup to affect the bike. I'm not saying you don't want that. I'm just saying you don't want it to like completely change the entire physics of the game, you know, in an arcade game because you set your suspension clickers, you know, 2 clicks to the left and 1 click to the right. Like, I don't know. It gets a little out of hand on these arcade motocross games, in my opinion. All right, let's see if we can snag this triple here. Go far outside. No. We tried. I appreciate you boys tuning in, though. We'll get these live streams a lot more consistent going here. Be sure you got that notification bell turned on for my channel. It'll notify you every time that I'm streaming. I know it's kind of got me down in the dumps here a little bit on the recommended page because I haven't uploaded a lot and streamed a lot in like a year. So, needing all the help I can get. But we'll be back to them 100 viewer streams again. We'll be back. We're just out here ripping and snorting on the hills. Just a brrrr. Oh, rode a wheelie up that one. A wheelie. Riding a wheelie. Boys, I appreciate you tuning in to the stream. We're just out here on some live goofing around. Goofing around on some all-time standard motocross tracks in the game. Of course, we're on the ladder motocross tracks that you unlock, so they're a little more complicated rhythm shit-wise. Yo, you boys like that Eli Slomack video yesterday? That was kind of funny. That was kind of clever. Seriously, though, what the hell's going on with Tomac? Like, somebody explain it to me. Somebody, please explain it to me. Because I ain't got a clue. I mean, there's a lot of people saying, like, he's saving himself for Yamaha and all this shit, but, I mean, damn. Ooh, you can almost quad that shit. Holy nuts. 33 dudes in the chat. Little Josh Grant action. Yeah, kind of funny. Oh, shit. We're just out here like, I don't know, 300 laps ahead of the dude in second. I can definitely get my vibe going as I crash again. I definitely seem to get my vibe going pretty quick here on a live again. I'm not even clutch boosting either. I'm just riding on the track, bruh. Oh, and I'm on a 250, by the way. This is not even a 4 fatty in the game. I actually prefer riding on the 250 in this game. I'm the same way on MX bikes as well, but with a 350. But now I'm starting to get more into the 450s on MX bikes now that they got them a little more nimble feeling. What's up, boys? I see you in chat. Snag that bamboo real quick. Are we hitting the finish? Okay. Is it the finish of the race? There we go. Hey, I hit the triple, Smokey. About quadded that shit, Doug. I hit the triple, brother. I don't know if that's the triple you was talking about, but that's the one we hit. See, I started hearing that shit too. They took all of his parts off of his bike. All of his works parts off of his bike. What the fuck is that shit? I don't know how much I believe that, dude. I really don't know how much I believe that. Like, I don't know if they'd do something like that. Oh, you're talking about a different triple? No, okay. Fuck it. Oh, I guess it was the right triple. Way to jack me there, Moto Mika. Appreciate you. Funny. Funny. TKO Smokey. Another super chat donation. $4.99. Triple challenge completed. There we go. Yo, shout out to TKO Smokey, though. Dude keeping the Spency boy going here. God dang. This boy donated in the last stream. He's been a member for like 25 years. This shit's insane. I appreciate that, dog. Means a lot more when you're the, smaller YouTuber. I'm sure all these bigger dudes, it's like about 25,000 donations every stream, so it's not as personable. But when you're my size, it's like, hell yeah, dog. It's just cool how I like how streaming kind of opens up that monetization door a little more for the smaller content creators. It's definitely the easier way to make money on this shit when you're smaller, because you got to be getting some massive ass views on videos for it to equal that through the AdSense, money. That's a jump, daddy. Do you ride in real life? Dude ask in chat. Yes, sir. Yeah, if you look up Spencer Turley helmet cam or just my video, my Spencer Turley compilation on my front page, you'll see it. That was me riding on a track quite a ways back. It was like in 2000, I don't know, 16, 15, something like that. Yeah, I've been riding in real life since like 2009, 2010. And I raced and all that from like 2010 to 2016 and then kind of slowed down at that point. But I got pretty deep into it, dog. I mean, I was racing Loretta Lynn qualifiers and, got into it like that, but got the old dog barking at the mowers out here. Sorry if you hear that. Hey, burr, burr. Damn, these dudes are kind of hossing. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. I'm like looking at chat more than I'm looking at the gameplay, so that's always fun. Yeah, I basically had it to the point where like I was like a pretty good, you know, local B rider. Whatever you want to consider that, you know. All depended on what track I was on, though. Like, if I got on a track I knew and I rode at a lot, I could pretty much fucking run with most dudes that would come out there, but obviously not full-blown pro dudes, but never quite, you know, got to that sort of level. But I didn't even race or ride on, like, smaller bikes. I was kind of late to the game there a little bit. You know, I didn't ride on 85s or 60s or 50s or anything like that. Got into it like right after the age that you'd be on those kind of bikes. Let me focus on this gameplay here a little bit. Is this a... Oh, that's a jump. Okay, okay. That's the hotline. That's a little hotline blinging right there, Doug. So, funny little story about... Oh, that's a jump, too. Holy. Funny little story about Hotline Bling, right? You know, the song blew up. Believe it or not, I was literally sitting there listening to that song like the day it came out with one of my buddies. And I was like, dude, like this song's like pretty cool. Like it's kind of weird, you know, but like this was like before anybody knew what the hell the song was, right? I was sitting there listening to it. I was like, shit's pretty cool. It's kind of low key cool. It's like weird and different. And then, you know, it's just funny because like 2 weeks after that or like a month after that song like completely blows up. That was the same way with the damn Kiki, Do You Love Me? All that horse shit. That song, I remember hearing that when Drake first came out with that album. And I was like, oh, this song's kind of got a little ring to it, you know? And then like a month later, it's like the biggest song of mankind. Just weird when you hear songs like that before they get really big. It's crazy. But yeah, the first bike I had was like a... Oh, man. There's some cool little hucks on this track. First real bike I had was a CRF 230 Street and Trail Edition, Big Daddy status. You can jump about 3 foot off the ground with that bike, realistically, before you'll rack your sack. And then went to a YZ 125 after that. Ooh, could you jump? Yeah, I think you could jump that. Yeah, I'll look at chat here in a second, trying to hit some of these bigger lines on this track. Yeah, you boys are late as hell to the stream. What are you doing? You're so late to the stream. What are you thinking, boys? No, I'll just play it around. What's up? Oh my god. Biggest whip I've ever done in this game. Kind of sauced it. Yeah, it's like you can't get the bike to, like, it just doesn't as fluently, like, pitch over as it does in Reflex in this game. But luckily, you can still do scrubs and stuff like that, so it kind of makes up for it. Obviously, I have the HUD turned off, by the way, just to make it look a little better. Oh, shit. Railing a little too hard. Spency boy a little too on the gas. He's had a little too much tea this morning. It's okay. Yeah, you can kind of get the bike to do that, like, where you just turn and the ass end just slides out, but you're still going. It's interesting how all these different games have, like, a different kind of on-ground slide mechanic, you know? Reflex kind of has its own, and this game has its own. When you've played as much of these motocross games as I have over the years, you start to like realize all those weird little things about like motocross game development and shit. you start to understand it to a whole different level. Okay, I always just tend to naturally hit that jump a little to the inside. Try first person. Okay, we'll do this for just a minute. I know it's probably going to make you dudes throw up watching this. We'll do it for just a second here. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my God. What am I even looking at? All right. Let's try a little bit of this view. These are always interesting in these games. This little side view. I always loved playing like this on reflex because you could really see the whips from the side, like a whole different vibe. Galaxy Boy back at it. Oh, God. There he is. Oh, God. Okay. But, you know, then you can't see in front of you, so that's always fun. We have a new modem, boys and girls. Let's be honest, there's no girls in this stream right now. Giggity. But dudes and dudeskies, we got a new modem, so hopefully that'll help our issues with the stream freezing after an hour. I'm hoping. Crossing my fingers. Yeah, I appreciate that super chat. Those super chats. Plural. Appreciate that, TKO. We out here doing a live all-time. Of course, it looks like I'm playing in single player because they're about 35 light years behind me here. But I guess I could give them a head start. MLG, what's up, dude? Been remembering seeing your name in like all these streams. Appreciate that support. I'm just holding the gas down, like looking at chat, just gas on, and then looking at the gameplay every once in a good while. There's that huck. Oh, that's tough. That is a tough one. And I don't even know if it's going to be worth it because you land kind of up the hill. This one's Big Daddy too. Oof. There's some fun hucks on this track though. Damn. Oh my God. I just pulled a Blake Baggett around Tomac at Thunder Valley. How you like them skills? I literally hit the reflex save before it even really popped up because I already knew it was going to do that. Mad skills, bro. So I saw Mad Skills Motocross 3 shit come out. Might have to check that out. All right. What's up, Raphael? I've been seeing you in a lot of streams, too. Yeah, this is on the old 360, the old trusty 3 Rings of Death. Yeah, 250s all the way in this game, bro. If you're riding a 450 in this game, like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, had to get that tea in the system. Tea in the system. Boys, it feels good being back streaming, though, and uploading every day. Feels really good. I've been missing this. All right. Let's give them like a... What do you say? So it's a 5-lap race. 30-second head start? No, I had all the DLC for this game on my other account, but I don't think I hardly have any on this account. I had all of it on my old account, though. I had, the 2 Supercross DLC tracks, the free ride thing, the Corey, different shit. I had all that on my older account. And I was max level and all that shit, too. Like I say, I started new accounts on all these games once I got like a new Xbox Live profile thing with a different email. So that's when I got new accounts on everything. All right, I'm going to give these guys a little while here, and then we'll take off. I don't know, it's been like something like 30 seconds. Let's rip and snort. Whoa. Okay, let's give them about 45 seconds. All right. Whoa. All right, let's try to figure out where the hell we're going. This is a quad, right? Yeah. Try to remember this track really quick. Triple. Whoa. Be careful landing in a wheelie in this game. That definitely happens. Then you'll lose all kinds of momentum when you do that. This, what the hell is this jump? A triple? Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, that's one you got to either hit all the way or let off a little bit. Let me remember the jumps here real quick. Give the old Spency boy a minute to remember what the hell he's doing. This track, you can't just wide open as much as some of those other ones. This one's a little more like hybrid-y, supercrossy jumps, a little tighter. It's a cool-ass track, though. I wish they'd do more like this in these games, where it's like hybrid style. This is what I consider like true hybrid, you know? Let me jump to the moon real quick, okay? But, like all that shit, like the Monster Cup and all, that's not a fucking hybrid track. The hell are they calling that a hybrid? That's a supercross track with one little extra straightaway. This is a hybrid track. Those Atlanta supercross tracks this year were a lot closer to hybrid than the Monster Cup is, for sure. I consider hybrid like exactly in between motocross and supercross, not, you know, a lot more one way or the other. Okay, roll down that a little. We gave these dudes like literally probably more like a 50-second head start. We'll see if I can catch them here. So this is the scrub. Okay, that's like a tabletop. Okay. And then is this a triple? It's a triple, potentially a quad. All right. I'll try to get this. This is one of the more complicated jump rhythm nationals in this game. Definitely got to know what you're doing here. Not like super complicated, obviously, but more complicated than the other ones for sure. Okay. Let's huck this. Ooh, that's a quad. This is a small jump. Gain a lot of time by hitting that like that. No seat bounce here. Couple jumps you don't need a seat bounce on at all. Okay. It's a little double there. Okay. Okay, that's like a quad type jump. Fairly small triple. And a quad. Okay. There's like these little kind of false quads. They're like really a triple, but then there's like a tiny little fourth landing. Quite a few jumps like that here. See if I can even think about catching these dudes. I think going up the inside there is definitely the move. And just rolling down that triple. Okay. So this jump, if you go way inside, you could just like barely even hit it like that. Pretty sure you can jump that though, like all the way to triple out of that, I guess it would be. Pretty certain you can do that. This, you don't want to jump too far. This has that fourth little hidden quad right there. And then here, get all kinds of speed coming down that. Damn, this track's cool. I love this track in this game. And when you get that little bit of terrain deformation going, kind of grooves that line in. It's fun. This game definitely has more replayability than a lot of these other newer arcade motocross games. How many of you guys are still playing Supercross 4? It's like a serious question that I have. Did that game even last or not? Because I can't lie, I haven't touched Supercross 4 in like months, like 5 plus. I say 5, came out like 3 months ago. It was probably more like a month. I haven't touched it in like a month. Math not adding up there, Spency boy. It's been a while since I played Supercross 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch these guys. I may have gave them a little too much of a start there for 5 laps. All right, let's just for funsies, try to see where we're at on this. Oh my God, that's massive. The problem with the newer milestone games, really any milestone game, is there's not enough track content, period. So it's like, you can have the funnest game or not the funnest game or whatever in the world, but if it's like basic in content and you feel like you're riding on the same shit over and over, eventually it's going to get boring. That's what keeps games like, you know, Reflex and MX Sim and MX Bikes. That's what keeps people playing those games for so damn long, because it's just endless content. It's endless track content. Little double's kind of interesting right there. Are we coming up on the pack here? I think we might be. I don't know how many laps we got left. Probably getting towards the ladder. Whoa. Whoa. Too much sauce there, Spency boy. Okay, quad this. Do a little turn up. Turn it quickly to here. I need to actually bank into that inside rut there. I did a lot of line exploration here in this race. Certainly right here. Yeah, you just need to go inside, scrub that. And you hit this. Can you triple to that? Damn, I don't know. Obviously you can triple that, but I meant the jump before. Couple of lines I'm kind of looking into here. Then you got to make sure you hit that all the way to be able to then hit that little quad. Pretty sure we're on lap 5 right here. Carrying the speed. Carrying the speed. Ooh, 2 little rut option. 2 rut option. Sup, boys, just tuning in. We're out here like it's 2011. It's all good. That is a cool-ass little double right there. And we're hitting that a little cleaner. Scrubbing it. Quadding it. Okay. So we definitely gave them a little too much of a head start. I could have caught them more if I didn't go for that big-ass line. What's up, Moto Memes? What's up, dude? 40 dudes in the chat. We're getting there. We're getting back there. We're getting them numbers back, baby. Let's go to a little... I know everybody and their girlfriend loves Piston Valley. Let's hit this. I see you boys in chat. Appreciate you guys clicking on my shit again. Appreciate it. Sorry for the delays. Sorry for the wait. Been about 10 years. But we're back, baby. So... I literally have a huge Fiji water bottle that is completely full of tea. That's what I'm rocking right now. Tea is just better water. Got the Zan Man out here. Oh boy, the Dimension Boy, Galaxy Boy, Space Boy, Big Whipper, Big Hoss, Big Dog, everybody going down. I know a lot of people are really fond of these medium tier national tracks in this game. But yeah, just a little tip to some of you YouTubers and streamers. Raise up your brightness a little bit and your saturation on your actual video that you're recording. You can do it post video, but it's easier to do it in like an actual recording software where it just does it automatically and you don't have to do it in the actual like Sony Vegas and shit like that. But raise up your brightness a little, raise up your sat a little, and it'll make that shit look better, dude. Make it look a little more eye appealing on a YouTube video or a stream. Just a little friendly little content creator tip. I can't believe it took me so long to learn that. I always had it in my head like, dude, I'm not going to adjust anything in the actual, visuals of the gameplay because it'll make it different than it really is. I remember thinking that back in the day, and it's like, that's kind of dumb because, well, the trick is you want to make it just look better, not necessarily different, You can definitely get out of hand with that. Like, if you're putting 50% saturation and doing all this crazy stuff to it, it can make it look like something that it's not at all. You can like get like some stock looking MX Sim track and put 100,000 saturation on it and make it look like it's some epic thing, and it's really not. So the goal is you just want to enhance it. You don't want to change it. You don't want to really change the way it looks. You just want to enhance the way it naturally looks. It's kind of the trick with video quality. Okay. All right. You should stream on Twitch. No. No, I'm good. I'm good. It's just 1,000 times easier for me to stream on YouTube. That's really why I don't stream on Twitch. It's just complicated, carrying over the following that you have on YouTube, getting all them over to Twitch, and then trying to learn all of Twitch's little stuff that's different than YouTube stuff. I've already got myself to a point where I've learned YouTube's live streaming stuff, and it, sends it out to all my YouTube subscribers, so it's just, bruh, I'm all YouTube at this point. And plus, I'm already to the point where I have super chats and donations and memberships and all that on my YouTube from getting as many subscribers as I have. And I don't want to go through that process having to get, a sub button on Twitch and all that. I don't want to have to do that shit. Nice little triple there. Okay. All it takes is one good crash and it kind of puts you back a little here. We're out here on the Valley of Pistons. Kind of fun. Oh, what the? Bike was like not leaning forward right there for some reason. Let me pause real quick. Did we get the dreaded freeze? Did we get... It's happening again. Okay. Well, that's it for this stream, boys. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll go back in there and try to fix it. I will go in there and literally use an entirely different recording software in the next stream. We'll see if it fixes it. Here we are again, boys. I apologize. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It was a fun one. We'll be back on that next one, boys. Later, dudes.